It's a warm first-time welcome to Sarah. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the couch. Everyone else has been on before. Tom, have you recovered from your last appearance?
Just about, yeah.
Yes. Have you told the others what happened the last time?
I don't think I have.
You were halfway through telling me, and then we had to come out here.
Oh, so, well, you'll listen with interest now.
I was sitting in your position, and in my position was sat the great American actor Robert De Niro. And I was challenged, requested, required.
Suggested, I think.
By Graham to do an impersonation of Robert De Niro in front of Robert De Niro. To this day, I still don't know why I did that.
We've got a still. We've got the still at the moment. There you are with your De Niro face.
Good face. Face is good.
Look at Robert De Niro down the other end of his cap just going, you mean this face? Oh, now, here's the thing. John Malkovich, I was saying this to you in the corridor, you've never been in a film with Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
But that's because you've both been in, like, a lot of films. It's so weird there's no Venn diagram where you're both in there.
No. Well, none of my movies are serious. He's a serious actor.
No. I was in Con Air.
I auditioned for Con Air.
If that's serious, I'm an astronaut.
One of the jobs I did not get. I wanted to be in that movie.
And now, Sara Pascoe, I'm saying Sarah, it is Sarah.
It is Sarah.
Because there's no H.
No, it's spelt without an H, so sometimes people think it's Sarah, but it's not. But it worked out in my favour, actually, because there's a woman who is called Sara Pascoe with an H. And for ages, you know, people, well, comics especially, they always talk about getting lots of abuse on Twitter and stuff, and I was always kind of backstage being very sympathetic, but thinking, I'm just universally loved. And then, yes, and then I got an email from a woman through my website who says, can you warn me the next time that you're on television, because I'm getting a lot of messages saying that I'm a fat bitch. And so sorry, Sara Pascoe.
With an H.
But I am sorry, because I recently checked back to see if she was still on Twitter, and she's changed her little bio to not the one who was shit on Live at the Apollo.
Oh, everyone's a critic. Tom Hiddleston, University, have you had any bad reviews? No.
To make a man feel good, Graham. No, I was in a play. I'd never, ever been professionally reviewed. And in the paper the next day was a British theatre critic who said I was completely out of place, too young, too RADA, and projecting about as much masculinity as Graham Norton.
Wow. That's good. That's good. I've been dragged into your bad review. No, don't apologize. No, I've been dragged into your bad review. There's nothing to do. I wasn't even there.
Like it's your fault, Sarah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
as I sit across from you now, I think how terrifically butch you are.
I've really made an effort tonight. Oh, dear. Now, Tom Hiddleston, you bring us a new biopic telling the life story of the country western star Hank Williams. It's called I Saw the Light. It opens tonight. And Hank Williams, it's a name that I think, particularly British people, we know the name, but we're not quite sure of where he is in the country and western pantheon, what his songs are, why his life is interesting.
Yeah, well, you know, he was basically, he's considered as one of the godfathers of American music. He was almost the first guy doing a particular thing. He was from Mount Olive, Alabama. He was born in 1923. And he became a huge star. And he wrote some of the most recognizable songs in the American songbook.
I mean, just to help people, just name some of the hits.
Yeah, so he, Hey Good Lookin' is one of them.
What you got cooking?
What You Got Cooking? Move It On Over, Lovesick Blues, Why Don't You Love Me, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, Cold, Cold Heart.
Are you still naming songs?
He's having a breakdown, this end. And for you, obviously it's a big acting challenge because it's a real person, it's a specific accent.
Yeah.
But what really is phenomenal is the music that you perform.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you hadn't done this.
Never. I was never in a band. I was never in the choir. Singing was exclusively for an audience of one in the shower. me badly.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. Just in case anybody got any ideas.
Yeah, hiding in hotel rooms.
But you didn't play the guitar before, and you play in this?
I play in this, yeah. I play everything and I sing
And you'd never
everything.
played?
Well, I'd noodle around. Yeah. I'd noodle around as a student. You know, I'd learned Knocking on Heaven's Door and Simple Twist of Fate.
Yeah.
What was the... Because, you know, because it's not just singing, it's very specific singing, the yodeling and everything. I mean, presumably not everyone can do that.
No.
So if you discovered you couldn't do it, were they going to fire you? Or were they going to dub Hank Williams? What was going to happen?
I honestly don't know.
Can you yodel as Robert De Niro? All the good talents.
Let me check. No.
Can you give us a little yodel?
So it goes a little something like this. Oh, God, here we go. She's a low home, go home, and I am a low home, some blue.
Lovely.
I'll tell you what, let's look at a clip. This is you as Hank Williams performing with Hank's wife and mother looking on.
OK.
Here we go. Was that the performance that they made you do considerably more than once?
No. That song was in my wheelhouse, actually. Lovesick Blues, which is the song that made him a star, it has a very technical yodel in it. And I love that phrase, a very technical yodel.
One of those easy ones you just kind of do in the shower.
Yeah. OK, how many takes?
56.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it true, Samuel L. Jackson, takes aren't a thing you're not keen on?
I'm here to bear witness to the fact that Sam likes to move fast. Yeah.
Very true. I don't vary that much. I'm not that actor. I do the same thing all the time.
But sometimes, and I can speak from experience, like Sam is so charismatic, and he has been for as many years as you've been making movies. And sometimes, but sometimes you're in a scene with Sam and you just kind of go out of the scene and you're just watching Sam being Sam. And it's really powerful and you go, hang on a second, what's my line?
I've only had that, well, I was doing a movie with Dustin Hoffman, and in the middle of the shot, Dustin just stops and goes, wait, cut. Sam, I saw you. I said, you saw me what? I said, I saw you say to yourself, oh, my God, that's Dustin Hoffman. You were amazed. You were amazed. Oh, my God, I'm acting with Dustin.
Was it in Dangerous Liaisons, John, you had the person who was coaching you on historical accuracy?
He was a count, the count of something or other. And he came to a chateau where we were shooting, and I think probably somebody involved with the film, I don't know, the studio or the director or somebody, had decided that probably I might require some tutoring in some of these historical notions and customs. And so he watched us rehearse a scene, and someone came in and I bowed, and he said to me, you know, I know 2,000 bows from this period, and that doesn't seem to me to be one of them.
To know, to have memorized.
Yeah.
Too many.
And I said, well, now, you know, 2001. Yeah.
Hey, we've got to mention the night manager, Tom Hiddleston. I mean, what a huge success that thing was. I mean, it was really good. It was really good. You were great in it. And it's on in America now, isn't it?
Yes, it just aired episode 3 this week, yeah.
And what's it on over there? AMC?
AMC.
AMC.
I'm recording it.
Oh, I see, yes.
Don't tell me. Okay.
But now, you've already said no more, but haven't BBC said there is more? What's the truth, Tom?
Well, Goodness. Okay. The truth is, we've got to the end of the adaptation of the novel.
Yes.
So the Night Manager, the novel by John Le Carre, has been adapted. There's no more Night Manager to adapt. No more night to manage thus far.
Might it influence... Isn't it his son has the production company that makes it?
That's right, yeah.
So there will be more, won't there? He'll think of something else for that manager to do.
You never know.
He's the day manager now. And listen, we must ask you, James Bond, Tom Hiddleston, what's the scoop? What's going on? Oh, listen to that.
Listen to that.
Yes.
Well, Graham, what can I tell you?
I don't know. Has anyone talked to you about it?
No one's talked to me about
Are
it.
you allowed to talk about it if they talk to you about it, or is there a non-disclosure even in the chat?
I promise you, no one's talked to me about it. It's, I think it's come about because in The Night Manager I play a spy, and we all know that in the iconography of British culture, there is a spy that we all know, and his name is James Bond. So people have made the link.
Also, I've always wanted to see him yodel.
00. Oh, oh. Yeah, we go. Yeah, we go. Yeah. That's right there. Now, we must mention Samuel L. Jackson. You're back as a spokesperson for One for the Boys.
Yes.
Which raises awareness of men's
Male
cancers.
cancer, yes.
Men's cancer. And I've never asked you this, because you've been on to talk about it before. But how did you get involved with this? Have you had a kind of scare yourself, or is it a personal thing?
No,
what's the story?
actually, the young lady that does my publicity or publicity bookings when I'm here in the UK, Sophia Davis, had a friend who passed, who never said anything. All of a sudden, he was just kind of sick and dead, and boom. So she was very disturbed by that, and we had conversations about men and why they don't talk like women do or have this whole pink thing going on and check themselves. So she decided we need to figure out a way to get men talking about, cancer and let them know that, a lot of men in this country die from cancer. That's what it's about, trying to get men to understand that they get the same kinds of cancers women do. Men get breast cancer, men get skin cancer, we have testicular cancer, they have uterine cancer, but all this stuff is, body's a body. We want guys to know that if you feel something, say something to somebody, go get checked. Early detection, 90% of the time you get, taken care of and saved. You don't have to go through the misery. Years before, we've always done things that are kind of lighthearted, and we have like a golf tournament, we have the fashion ball every year that's connected to Men's Fashion Week, and this year, for a change, we have another film. We make a film every year about men's cancer, and they're usually kind of lighthearted and fun, and we make people kind of laugh in the seriousness of the moment. But this year we decided to do something that was a little more heavy.
All right, well, let's have a look at the film, Samuel. It's a serious subject, and it's a dark subject, but in the end there is hope for people that if they do act early, there's lots to be done.
Yeah, very much so.
Why do you think it is that men don't talk about their health as much then?
Because we're always taught, to be tough, and
yeah.
it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
We just don't do it.
Yeah.
As actors, we go to the doctor more than everybody, because every time you do a movie or something, everybody wants you to get a physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I bitch out every year about how many times do I have to do this? Don't they have a database? Every insurance company wants their own physical, so we get checked a lot.
Yeah. Now, because Sara Pascoe, talking of charity, Sara Pascoe, you have had a charity idea.
Yes.
It's not in the same vein, but I still think very good.
Well, kind of. It's going to seem very flippant after what we've just been talking about, in my defence before I start. But I am very worried about myself when I get older. I have quite a hairy face. I've got polycystic ovaries. And I'm worried about what happens when I'm a really old lady in hospital and without anybody to perhaps check me with some tweezers. So this is my charity idea. I'm looking for volunteers. So basically what happens is young women go into hospital wards and just pluck the chins and the faces of older women for them so they can kind of be their ill respectfully. And it's going to be called Dignitash. And we're looking for your support.
It's good. I like it. Now, I don't want to be indelicate, but Samuel, Apparently, you have recently lost your title as the highest-grossing actor of all time.
Yeah. I've been displaced.
Yeah.
By?
Harrison Ford, again. I displaced him, he displaced me, but hey, it's only 70 mil.
Yeah. It's like a weekend.
I got him covered in July.
Yeah. It's a weekend.
Yeah.
Weekend.
He's lucky I'm not in Captain America 3 now.
Have you seen the new Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Moving on.
It would have been better with you in it. Yeah, that's really, yeah. That's the bottom line.
Or more popular, anyway.
It couldn't be more popular.
Yes, it could.
I haven't seen it, and I would have watched it if you were in
Oh,
it.
see? Right there, yeah. But you do watch all your films, is this right?
Yes, I do.
Like more
Religiously.
than one?
I do. I watch them at home. I go to the theater. I know when I have a movie that's opening, I know it's going to make at least $1,000 that weekend because I buy $1,000 worth of tickets. And I give them to the church or I give them to somebody and their kids go. But I go in the movie after the movie's been open for a moment, you know, to see what normal people are saying or doing while they're watching the film, to see how they react to it. When you go to a premiere, I mean, everybody's there to kiss your ass, you know, come on. Yeah. They're gonna love the movie. Oh my God, you were amazing, you know. And you go with some regular people and they go out of the movie, this movie sucked. Yeah, but that Sam Jackson was the shit. He's always the shit. You know, so, yeah, I like it. And if I'm sitting at home, yeah. And if I'm channel surfing, there's nothing else on, I go into the search engine and go Samuel L. Jackson. Boom. I watch it.
But John, aren't you the opposite, John? You don't go to see anything. Do you avoid everything? Have you seen Con Air?
No.
Okay. To give people an idea of how much John doesn't like to see his own films, you've just done a new film, and it's called 100 Years, and it comes out, put it in your diaries, on the 18th of November, 2115. Now, like, have you really made that film?
I have, Graham. Sadly, I must say, it's not the first one I've made that no living person will ever see. Let's be clear. I have made that film with Robert Rodriguez. It's a short film for the French cognac company, Rémy Martin, and that cognac takes 100 years to make. And so they came to me with this idea to do a film that wouldn't be seen for 100 years. And it's actually done, it's completed, it's sitting in a vault in Cognac. And I have these kind of metal tickets.
There's some cognac fans.
Oh, I
over
see.
there.
Not just drinkers. He said cognac.
We're very young. Like, we're the only people that'll still be alive in 100 years. Killed everything by then.
Well, I'm sure John Malkovich fans will still be alive and waiting. Because you know, fans are such a big thing in your world. Now, Samuel L. Jackson, you've had some very famous fans. I'm thinking about the person... Was it a Michael Jackson tribute or a concert?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was doing... I don't know what he was doing. But he was having a series of concerts in New York. And I was there one night to introduce Whitney Houston and Usher. And I was standing backstage waiting to introduce them. And somebody walked up behind me and started reciting the Ezekiel speech, which happens a lot, you know. So I was like, oh, who the fuck is this? I turn around, and it's Marlon Brando. I'm like, oh, wow. I let him finish, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's Marlon Brando. You're reciting a speech from mine from a movie? I love that movie. That's like awesome. So he's like, we need to talk, and he gives me his phone number, and naturally, when I get back home, I call him. And when I call the number, it's a Chinese restaurant. And I go, is Mr. Brando having dinner there? And they go, hold on. And sure enough, he comes on the phone. And, you know, every time I call that number, it was either a Chinese restaurant or a Chinese laundry. But whoever answered the phone, that's how they answered the phone for him. And you had to ask for him specifically to get him.
But also, the big thing fans, of course, is fan art. And Sara Pascoe, I know you have had that accolade of people sending you fan art.
I mean, yeah, so I've got one piece, and I think fan art is a strong word.
We've got a picture. Should we see it first?
Yes, OK.
Okay,
So it's of me.
And actually, it's worth saying that it's of you.
It's of me.
It is. This is the fan art of Sara Pascoe.
Now, the reason I think fan art is a very loose term is I was given this at a gig in lieu of payment. I don't want to brag about my career.
Well.
But that's because the guy who ran the gig had spent too much at the bar to pay me, so...
He painted that?
Yes.
After being at the bar?
Of me.
What are those bits?
I just think they're just free biscuits, donuts or something.
Have you been sent pictures of people who tattooed your face on their bodies?
Oh, no, I'm not there yet.
Have you got
Yeah!
Monday. Yeah.
I get them in my Twitter feed all the time. There's guys who have whole calves, or a picture of jewels on their chest, or Nick Fury. It's kind of crazy.
People love the event. And now, Tom Hiddleston, you have fan art, but such specific fan art.
There's a lot, yeah.
And does it all come from this one scene? Was it the first Thor movie with the spear?
Right, yeah. Yes, there's a scene in the first Thor film where I'm trying to attack Thor, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, with a spear. And I jump in the air, and he dodges out the way, and I bring the spear down, and it wedges itself into the floor. And then I use it to spin myself around and kick him in the chest, which has been interpreted by fans as a demonstration of my hidden talent at pole dancing.
Pole dancer.
Yeah. No, seriously, there's so much of this. This is just one example of Loki really going for it on the pole.
Oh, my God.
Is that Japanese by
And that's
chance?
what you wear in the movie.
That look
Have you not seen it? Yeah, that's
No.
Loki's outfit.
Yeah.
My God, I've not
Amazing.
seen that one.
Oh, really? We'll print it out. You can take it home.
Wow.
Now, a broad church tonight because John Malkovich is directing a play called The Good Canary. It's on at the Rose Theatre down in Kingston. It's from the 16th of September until the 8th of October. And now, is this the third time you've directed this film?
It is.
Or play?
Play.
Play. I'm all over it. Play. Yeah, play.
Play.
But this is the first time in English.
First time in English, yeah.
But it was written in English.
It was written in English, and 2007, I had it translated, and we did it in Paris. And then 2009, had it translated into Spanish in that case, and did it in Mexico City. And then it toured around in Mexico, toured around in France also. And this will be the first production in English.
And basically, what is the story with The Good Canary? What is it about?
Part of the story I can't really tell because that's what happens in the play, which would be quite a spoiler. But it's essentially about a young couple. The male of the couple has just had his first novel published and reviewed, which has become an enormous success. And he's married to a quite difficult, fantastic character, speed addict and general lunatic.
Because the Rose gigs, it gets all these big, huge names now.
Yeah,
My ex-boyfriend works there.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, if you see Kieran, say hello.
What does he do?
Actually, I shouldn't have said that. That's true.
Half a glass of champagne. That bastard.
Yeah, if you want someone to play the speed addict, you keep me in mind. But that's enough now.
Now, Sara Pascoe has published an autobiography called Animal. Oh, I say it's an autobiography.
Yeah.
It's sort of the story of your life.
It's got some autobiographical details, but it's not an autobiography per se. It's a kind of very light-hearted science book about how the female body evolved.
That sounds like a joke, but it is.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yes, yeah.
And you did lots of research. You lived as a woman.
I have, almost since I was born. So it kind of worked its way out of an Edinburgh show. So in 2014, I'd been researching for an Edinburgh show, and I wanted to talk about female sexuality, and I found out about kamikaze sperm. Do you know what I mean by that? No, let me tell you. So basically, men have two kinds of sperm, kamikaze and egg getters. And kamikaze can't fertilise an egg. What they do is they fight other men's sperm when they're mixed together. So they either fight or they block.
And how do they get mixed together?
Well, this is the next question. This is the next logical question.
I can answer that, Tom.
Just checking. Well, I have a terrible... Whenever anyone talks about this, and it is the generation I think I grew up in, all I can think about is the opening sequence of Look Who's Talking.
Yes.
With Bruce Willis. You can hear Bruce Willis saying, "Hey, man, let me through."
For ages, I thought I could remember being in the womb because of the beginning of that film. And I realised my memory was actually being those guys.
Wow. But the book, it also... we should say there are some... You know, there are serious things in the book, and there's kind of a lot really honest, brutally honest stuff about your own life in the book.
I didn't really realise how honest it was until other people responded to it, like, "Oh, I can't believe you've told everyone." But I think I'm a bit like that after a wine. I'm someone who can't help it. I tell everyone else's secrets, and I'm a Gemini, I'm a communicator. Not an excuse.
But on stage, I mean, it does seem like that you and your boyfriend in different comedy clubs on any night of the week are workshopping your relationship in front of strangers.
That's a nice way of putting it.
You didn't think about his body shape that he didn't like?
That's the thing, is I love my boyfriend's body, and so it was with complete affection. I talked about it. He's a 34-year-old man. He's got very thin arms and legs and a massive belly. And I was doing stand-up because I loved that belly. Like, he looks pregnant. I love to stroke it and imagine it's our child. And complimentary. And then he heard me saying it, and he went on a diet, and I felt really bad, and he only lost weight from his arms and legs. I do feel terrible about it. It's horrible, isn't it? I'm a horrible girlfriend.
And I'm sure when he hears the reaction to that joke...
It just made it worse.
But now, this... I have heard you told a story, and it is... I mean, I don't know if you have limits in the things you talk about. But you did talk in the past about your cat.
Oh, yes.
And it's quite a personal story.
It is a personal story. I don't mind telling you. So it was two cats I had.
Oh, it's two?
Yes,
okay.
And we'd gone to... I don't have them anymore because I split up with that boyfriend, and they live now with his mum, and that's another happy story. Say hello to Kieran. Yeah, no, it's a different boyfriend. So, basically, we got them from Battersea Cats and Dogs Home, and they were called Ashley and Topaz, and so then I changed their names to Archie and Thelma, because I didn't go to university for 3 years to have working-class cats. And obviously, cats are brilliant, brilliant pets, and they're beautiful animals, and I love them very much. And what's embarrassing about this... Basically, I got a vibrator. For reasons, let's not share those. And I got a vibrator, and I couldn't enjoy it, because whenever I switched it on, the cats, no matter where they were in the house, they thought it was another cat purring. I, rushed to make friends with it. Is that the bit you meant?
Yeah, that's the one.
True story.
I love that story.
We had 2 cats and a rabbit.
Yeah. It's time for music. This band, they have had an incredible 5 years, from their critically acclaimed first album to selling out venues worldwide. Here performing their single, Leave a Trace, please welcome Chvrches! All right. Now, so it's Lauren, Ian and Martin, and that is from the album Every Open Eye. And that's out now, man.
It's out.
Yeah.
Out. It's been out. It's happening.
So 5 years you've been together.
Pretty much, yeah. Nearly 5, yeah.
And now, what gives? Because, Lauren, you don't live on the same continent as those boys now, do you?
No, I was like, there's not enough space
And I was thinking, like,
Glasgow for
how
the
summer were they on that tour bus? It was just like a moving continents.
Yeah, there's just so much fart. We moved to an entirely different continent to get away from all the tour farts. But no, I guess we spend a lot of our time in America anyway, so I thought I'd try it while they were stupid enough to give me a visa.
Okay, and what's the story? You are touring, but are you touring in America?
We just got done in the States. We're back in Europe for a bit. We've got some festivals in Glastonbury, Reading and Leeds, Latitude, all that stuff. But,
well, so many places I won't be
it's
to see
crazy.
you. So listen, thanks for coming. Chvrches, thank you very much. Okay, let's see who we've got in the big red chair. Who's up first?
Graham, can I do that? I've always...
You can do it, but be gentle.
Okay.
Be gentle,
I've always
Tom.
wanted to do
All right.
this.
So, who's up first?
Hi, I'm Mon.
And where are you from?
I'm from West London.
West London. What do you do, Mom?
I'm a HR consultant.
Ooh, for a really big company.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, I will. It's too big for Mom. Okay, Mom, off you go with the story.
So basically, I was going on holidays with family and friends, and we got to India, and our plane arrived. It was the only flight that arrived at about 3 o'clock in the morning. And we're all picking up our luggage, and from a distance, I noticed someone, and I thought it was Tina Turner. So I went up to her and I said, "Are you Tina Turner?" And she goes, "Yes, I am." I go, "Oh, do you mind if I can get a picture taken with you?" And she goes, "No, I'm going to get mobbed here." And I sort of looked over my shoulders and I go, "But I'm the only one that's in front of you." So I walked away thinking, OK, fine, fair enough. And then the next bit, we got to the immigration bit. She was in front of me with all of her crew, and the guy that was asking her all immigration questions had really broken English. And he started talking a little bit in Indian or Punjabi, and she turned to me, she goes, "Oh, can you help me?" And I go, "Oh, no, sorry, I'm going to get mobbed here."
See that coming. I did not see that coming.
That's good.
No, because I was thinking, oh, it wasn't really Tina Turner. No, it was just, Tina being a bit of a bitch.
Well, to be fair, she never said please.
That's what the problem was. Okay, quickly, one more. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Debbie.
Debbie. Hi, Debbie. What do you do?
I'm a mother. That's quite enough.
Okay. Do you have many of the children?
2.
2. Okay, how old are they?
19 and 10, sorry.
Wow. Just lost 2 years of her life there. Yeah.
Did you start again?
Those are the drinking years. Yeah. Okay, where are you from?
South East London.
South East London. We'll just leave it at that. All right, off you go with your story.
So I'm in bed with an ex-lover of mine, and we decided we'd engage in some grown-up activities.
Yes.
You know, dinner for 2. More than 68, but not quite 70. Because I'm so lazy by nature, I'm on the bottom. And so I can't breathe through my mouth, obviously, because it's full. I've taken a very deep breath through my nose, at which point his testicles form a tight seal across my nostrils, so I can't breathe at all. So I'm wriggling around panicking. He's thinking, obviously, oh, she's loving this. Really loving it.
Because what I want to say is that
I don't know, someone should... maybe I need help, but... No. I envisaged 2 people say like this.
Yeah.
But if something is in her mouth, why would the thing below it be in her nose?
Because he's going that way.
69, John.
69. But also...
69.
Can I just say, we're leaving this conversation here. If you want to know more, go on the red button. No, we're done. We're done. No, Sarah, we're done.
But why would you
Shut up. We're done. Well done, everyone. If you want to join us on that show, have a go on the red chair. You can contact us via our website at this address. That's it for tonight. Please say a huge thank you to all my guests. Chvrches! Sara Pascoe! John Malkovich! Samuel L. Jackson! And Tom Hiddleston! Join me next week with music from will.i.am, comedian Jack Whitehall, X-Men stars James McAvoy and Jennifer Lawrence, plus Hollywood legend Johnny Depp. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.